Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. This is the 81st episode
81, Terrell Owens, baby. Let's go.
T.O. Dancing on the Star.
That's right.
Of your favorite nerdy podcast, and that podcast being Comic
X Weeb. Ha! Ha!
That's right. I'm your co-host, James, a.k.a. Comics for Cheap, a.k.a. hashtag Send It to James, a.k.a. Got to keep that pimp hand strong. You know what I'm saying? I got my co-host here with me.
It's your boy, Chris, a.k.a. Come on, Dino, hit me with the music.
Blah, 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 blah. Ba, 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 ba.
Black Santa, revere me. A.K.A. This man out here talking trash to those boys on the court. This man think he the new Larry Bird, man. James Bird up in here. Good God. So he had to see himself out. A.K.A. Super Code. What?
Yeah.
What? What? Sponsored by nobody. We still got no sponsors. I'll tell y'all it's coming because it's getting hot now. It's getting real hot. And they're going to be needing somebody to sponsor some Speedos and some other shit. So we're going to be ready, bro. We're going to be ready to sponsor. Call us name walk in this month. Yeah.
I've been keeping my legs. I've been keeping my legs shaved. Shout out Manscaped. Ready for the Speedo sponsorship.
Ready.
Y'all can catch me next month at the photo shoot. It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got a great podcast ready for you guys tonight. We have a whole lot to talk about. I've got a list that takes up the whole page. Usually don't take up like half the page, and we still talk for an hour and a half. So we're gonna take up the whole page. That's how you know it's gonna be some good shit that we're talking about. But what are we kicking it off with? Are we kicking it off with some sports today, Chris?
Yeah, why not? Let's kick it off with Lamar.
Lamar Jackson, quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, but perhaps for not too much longer.
Yes, because that man went out there. Well, it was funny. I mean, he picked his timing and he knew what he was doing, but he sent out a tweet when Jim Harbaugh was going up yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. Jim Harbaugh was going for, talk to the media. And, well, Lamar sent out a tweet saying that on March 2nd, he requested his trade because the Baltimore Ravens were not trying to meet his financial needs. And he said goodbye to Baltimore, the fans. He said even when he's gone, he's still going to love the Baltimore fans, but he got to do what's best for him and his family. Wow.
So the trade request, how is that going to affect, do you think? Because the Ravens don't necessarily have to trade him.
They do not. Lamar has no leverage whatsoever.
That's what I was thinking. And then there was another thing that said that Lamar Jackson saw that the Ravens were signing Nelson. Who is it? Nelson, like Aguilar or Aguilar or something like that. Okay. And he was like, "Nah, I'm out of here." It's like that's the last straw.
It's funny because at the end of the day, Lamar can't do anything. Him requesting, right. I got to be honest with you, and this is the reason why he definitely needs an agent. He has handled this situation really bad. He has made nothing but bad turn after bad turn after stupid turn after bad turn after more stupid turn. And you got to understand, requesting this trade means absolutely nothing because and this also shows really badly, he requested this trade on March 2nd. The league, trust me, the league knew more into this than we did. What we got?
Oh, we just got Vinyl Dragon in the house saying his usual intro where he said, "Santa, what's up, bro? Comics, did you take your Metamucil and 50 other vitamin supplements? I only take vitamin suppositories. only if they go in the butt. So that's the only way I take them.
Okay.
Back to you,
Back
Chris.
to Lamar. Yeah, no problem. So at the end of the day, Lamar can request a trade. He can do what he wants to, but it means nothing. And again, like I was saying, the league knew about this. Many owners knew what was going on, and they didn't say anything. But some owners and coaches are starting to talk now because Jim Harbaugh, not Jim Harbaugh. What I can't remember. Jim Irsay, the owner of the Colts, came out and said, "Yeah, Lamar wants too much. We are, according to him now, this is the owner and this is the guy who's in charge, but he could be bluffing. But according to what he just said, they're out. They're not going after Lamar. He wants too much money, and he said guaranteed contracts he don't believe is good for the NFL. Cool. That's not really shocking to me because I already knew the owners in the NFL don't want to do this. The NFL has the worst union in all of sports. Right. It's the players' fault, but it's true though. But they have the worst union. The players get, honestly, you look at their numbers and it's like, oh, they're getting millions and millions of dollars. But when you compare it to other sports, the players of the NFL get shitted on. It's not even the fact that, all the other sports make way more money than they can imagine, which is crazy when you think about it. NFL player not like, wow, they make millions and millions of dollars. But again, you look at any of the NBA contracts, the baseball contracts, it's like, wow, NFL players, what the hell? Why y'all get paid so much less? And your sport is way more popular in the United States.
Right.
Well, it's the owner. It's the their system and how it's set up. And the fact that owners don't want to give guaranteed contracts. As well as Ron Rivera of the Commanders, he came on and said tons of nice things about Lamar, but he came on and said it himself. Lamar is too much. Lamar wants too much money, and if they was to go after him, what are they like? They're going to mess up their team building because you're paying him all this money. You don't have money to really pay and build around him. It has been confirmed. I don't want to say confirmed, but it has been heavily basically stated. And I think Lamar has technically said this himself too, but I still don't want to say it's 100. But from Lamar and from other things, the Ravens offered him $133 million guaranteed. He turned that down. He wants Deshaun's money, which is what, $230? So they're basically, in the grand scheme of things, when you round everything up how it works, they're $100 million away. That is not how that's bad. But again, to end it off with my last part of it.
Imagine turning down a guaranteed $130 million. Bro.
What's also funny about that is again, when you break down the contract, it's only really $25 million extra from what it would have been if it was like basically like a normal contract from the NFL. Like if it was basically normal, it was basically only 25 million more, which is crazy when you think about what I'm saying. It's only 25 million more. Okay.
Here, all right. I have two questions for you then.
Yeah.
Question number one: do you foresee a strike among the NFL players in the near future?
No.
Okay. Is there any reason or just no?
I say no because you look at it like this. If you're the 50-something guy on the roster, and like everybody again, this is because of how bad the union is. So if they go on flat out strike, no one's getting paid now, right? You're the 50-something guy on this thing. The NFL's lifespan is 3 years. So you're probably got 3 to 4 years best to be in the league. You're not going to probably have a 10, 15-year career. That's not how that works. So you only got 3 years. And you're like, man, I can get from these 3 years, I'll probably get I can get maybe $1 million a year if I'm lucky. So let's say I get lucky, I can get $3 million. I'm cutting that money because I'm going on strike for these guys where I'm not going to benefit from this. They will, and the future will, but I ain't going to benefit from that. So would you go on strike with them? No, right?
I mean, it's I don't know. It's all about that solidarity, I guess.
If you want that player, would you go on strike?
But if you're not playing that year, that extends your. I mean,
No,
if
it
you're
don't.
going to play, huh?
No, it don't. It don't have to extend
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
It don't have to do
Most
anything.
of them only
They can
last
bring
3
you right.
years because they get hurt.
That's the reason why they haven't went on strike many other times. Because
Right.
those other players, yeah, you lose that year. That's gone. You don't get anything from that. You don't get that money back. You're screwed now. You don't get any of that money back. So now you can say that extend your year in a personal level, maybe, or maybe now, since you was that 50-something guy on that roster and you fought for that roster spot, what about that draft that just popped up and we got these young, talented players and you didn't get a chance to really fight to show that you're worth keeping? I'm going to release you and get this young guy who's younger, better, and like I don't have to pay him as much as I'm paying you.
And was playing in college last year.
I'm getting a better. I'm getting a guy who looks better than you.
Right. And they played in college last year while you sat on your ass.
While you sat out, they played, so they're going to be a little bit more, not as rusty as you are. And again, you're not that star player.
Vinyl Dragon says, bro, hell nah. I'd show up with them, then quickly ditch and go back home. That's ridiculous. All right, my second question for you was, how much do you think Lamar Jackson is actually worth then?
How much is he worth?
Yeah. Like if everyone's saying, X amount is too much, 230, 250, whatever he wants guaranteed. Oh, that's too much. And Ravens say, here's 130 guaranteed. He's like, nah. So how much is he worth?
That's a very good question because here's the issue, and this is again why I said Lamar didn't handle this well. One, he needs an agent, and what's so stupid about it is it's only like a 3% thing Lamar would have to pay this agent basically. So he would basically, let's say he gets that giant contract, he would basically only have to pay that dude like maybe $3 million. That's it. And it's like, you that cheap? What's wrong?
Is he one of those players that like his mom is his agent or something?
She has represented him, but she's not one of the league. Like she's not legally able to fully represent him as a full-on agent. She's just not.
Okay.
You can't just have anybody you want. Like, so let's say you was a star and it was like, Chris is gonna be my agent. I have to actually, which is so funny about it, it's actually not even that hard to be an agent in the NFL, apparently. All you have to do is take a course for like 3 days and then pay like $2,500, I think it is. Wow.
Which, the person hiring you would probably be more than happy to pay.
Exactly. And all I got to do is take a 3-day course. Cool. That is so hard. Wow. Right. So that's all you got to do to be an agent and be classified to be an actual NFL agent. But anyway, but as it's just regular, you can't have me or some regular friend or anybody like your uncle, whatever, just be your agent, the NFL. And to be fair, people don't understand. This is actually to help players. It's not to hurt them. It's to help them so stupid decisions don't get made. But so Lamar has handled everything bad. So if he would have had somebody help him handle this better, he would be in a better situation. And the fact that, again, somebody would have been you don't have any leverage here. Like, they can franchise tag you. And you can say, I'm going to sit out. Well, he's already been franchise tagged. But he can say, I'm going to sit out this year. They can say, okay, cool. You're not going to get paid. And then he comes back next year. Guess what they can do again? Franchise tag him. So what are you going to do? Sit out 2 years? They can do exactly what they did to Le'Veon Bell. So it's like, bro, you have no leverage. You're hurting your value. So it's hard to say because you got to understand. I want Lamar to get paid, but I understand the Ravens part of this. Lamar gets hurt a lot. The way his game is structured, he's probably going to get hurt again. Mm-hmm. So do you want to give him Deshaun Watson money?
No. Well, you know where he should go? This is the last thing we'll say about Lamar because we spent 10 minutes.
Just answer the question. Go ahead. I would say 200 and if it's me, bet probably 200 mil. I'll give him something good, but I'm not giving him Deshaun. I'm not giving him Watson. I'm sorry. The way to leave
over what, 5 years?
I'm not doing it.
5 years, 200 mil.
Something like that. I'll figure it out, but I'm not giving him the 230. I'm sorry. I can't rely on your health. So just to answer that question, I can't do it.
I think he should play for the Saints. I think the Saints would be a good organization for him to go to. It'd be very interesting to see him to go there and basically take the role of two quarterbacks that they took, like Drew Brees and what's his face, Dalton or whatever his name was. What was his
Andy
name?
Dalton? Yeah, Andy Dalton.
Yeah. So basically, he could do fucking both of those positions with one guy. So I think that he should go to the Saints personally, but we'll see what happens to him.
We will.
It's a long way off. We got 6 months or 6 months. Yeah, we got like 5.
Yeah, we still got a minute before. Yeah,
we got 5 months still in the
We got a while. This Lamar thing is not going to be over. Trust me on that.
Absolutely. All right, what do you want to move into from there? Do we want to move into some like video game news, some Marvel news, DC news? What do we want to do?
I guess just because we got a lot of Marvel stuff. Want me to do the anime stuff real quick?
Let's do anime. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So James, I have been rewatching, and this is something I want you guys, anybody who watches podcast, I want you guys to understand. The 90s had some of the best animes. Period, bro. And this ain't. It doesn't sound like the 90s. The 70s had the best music of all time. Said, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like some shit like that. Right?
Yo, the way you said that shit was so fucking funny. Because that's how they really sound, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's how they sound, man. You know what I'm saying?
So that's how we sound now. That's how we sound now.
That might be how we sound now, bro.
The 90s had the best anime and TV shows of all time.
Early 2000s had the best music, but it's true. It's true. We had some of the best music, bro. Look at that crap that's out now. Yo, I had some dude. I almost choked the fool at work today. And I'll give it anime real quick. This month, this dude talking about some. I think this rapper's called what is he called? Damn, I can't remember what these kids are listening to these days. What is it? What is he? Off something? Off cap? No cap? I think it's no cap. No cap. Some rapper named No Cap.
Heard of that guy.
I know, right? Because we listen to actual good music. This dude gonna talk about some No Cap is the Lil Wayne of our generation. Excuse me? In what way? He like played a little something. He was like, I only mean in punchlines. I only mean punchlines. James, this dude is not like. I know you're not the biggest Lil Wayne fan, but you can at least say before Lil Wayne's like basically before like 2010. Even though his last album, he definitely put some good work in. But you know, basically like 2010, 2011, definitely like 2015, around that time frame until his last album, all Lil Wayne talked about was sex, drugs, and money. Basically,
bro, that's what he was doing. That's what he was doing.
Right, but when Lil Wayne first came out, his first couple of years, and you would agree, you're a music guy. Lil Wayne definitely had punchlines, and he was. You can see why he was moving up as one of the best rappers of our generation. Like Lil Wayne can actually rap when he wants to, and he could he can kill a part. Like Lil Wayne had bars back then.
Rob says, hold on, real quick.
That version of Wayne, because Wayne was hands down one of the best in our game. To compare that dude, I almost choked this dude. He even apologized later on because he saw my face. I was motherfucker. He was like, I'm sorry, man. I was. He said later on, he's like, I was wrong. I was like, you're damn right, you're wrong.
Rob says, JVK's dad, Rob says, imagine getting choked out while you're at work by a dude in a Santa suit. Bro, that'd be really funny because you're in your work uniform, right? While he's telling you this shit, you give him that look. Then, like 5 minutes later, you're back as Black Santa. You fucking choke this motherfucker out.
It took everything in my power for me not to spit my water out. Damn.
That's hilarious.
Again, no off cap on this shit. That would have happened. I would have been like, I'll be back. And Black Santa in seconds would have shown up and whooped his ass. And you need to understand something. If Black Santa show up, you don't want him showing up because Black Santa whooped that ass. There ain't no games right there. Black Santa don't play. Ask the Easter Bunny.
Off the top shelf.
Ask the Easter Bunny, man. He was talking some shit. And Black Santa had to put him down.
leaping off the top shelf like a wrestling move, just fucking all out, like ah.
Yeah, that's right, man. The Santa bottom, not the rock bottom, the Santa bottom, and the Santa's elbow.
That's amazing.
But no, yo, I
please go with the anime.
Yeah, I rewatched Yu Yu Hakusho, and I've been rewatching Inuyasha, and my God, man, like Yu Yu Hakusho is one of the best animes of all time, and they always make those lists of like, you know, it's some of the greatest animes of all time, but it's still underestimated and underrated because of how great it is. Like a lot of people love Hunter or Hunter X Hunter, however you call it. It can be called technically both ways. I know a lot of hardcore people like it's only Hunter. Well, technically, it also has Hunter X Hunter. Who cares how you call it? People love that, but his work before that, the guy who did that, his work before that was Yu Yu Hakusho. And I'm sorry, Yu Yu Hakusho is better than Hunter x Hunter. Because Yu Yu Hakusho, when you're watching that, it's like Yusuke is one of the best written protagonists in all of anime. Because the dude, like literally, it kicks off with this dude being like, kind of like a jerk, but he's not one of those things where like, oh, he's just some evil guy and his son happens to become good. He's just like this delinquent. He's the definition of a kid who's a delinquent. And like, you know, he doesn't have many friends, but he's not a bad guy. And he literally dies pushing the kid out the way. And then he gets his life back because it was like, well, you weren't supposed to die like that. So they gave him his life back. He became a spirit detective, blah, blah, blah. And then like the fights, the story, and the Dark Tournament arc is still to this day. The greatest tournament arcs is Dragon Ball Z. They will be the king of that. They kicked it off. Animes want darn tournament arcs until Dragon Ball did that shit. And then everybody else is like, all right, let's put our spin on it. And Dragon Ball will always be the king of that. Their tournaments are unbelievable. But Yu Yu Hakusho is definitely up there as just one of the best tournament arcs, period. Like I would say Dragon Ball and Yu Yu Hakusho's tournament arc, the Dark Tournament. I love Naruto's Chunin exams too, the first one. But Yu Yu Hakusho's Dark Tournament, that arc is so amazing. The fights, my favorite character in Yu Yu Hakusho, Hiei, dominating the tournament in the grand scheme of things. Like, and then like you see Yusuke lose fights, and you love to see him bounce back and come back and win fights. Like it's just y'all need to start watching Yu Yu Hakusho. Well, not start because this shit's been out and done for a very long time. But y'all need to actually watch Yu Yu Hakusho. James, I'm telling you, man. See, I would tell you to watch it, but you know, you haven't even watched, Cyberpunk for me.
So, and we get. I'm gonna ignore that comment because you just like bringing that shit up every week. But and you know the shit I'm dealing with this week too. The last 2 weeks have been kind of busy for me. So, all right. So, Yu Yu is the recommendation.
Yes, and then one more Inuyasha. I'm rewatching that again. Inuyasha's going to take a little bit longer, but it's still great. I would tell y'all to definitely watch Inuyasha. Inuyasha in general is a great fucking protagonist himself. My favorite person in Inuyasha is Shishomaru, and just watching Shishomaru's arc, he's basically like, I would say Shishomaru has the most character developed in the whole show. And he's not the main character. He's Inuyasha's older brother. But he has the most character development. It's just like how Vegeta has the most character development in Dragon Ball Z. Goku doesn't. It's mainly Vegeta's development from being a villain to an anti-hero to one of Earth's strongest and protectors. And, you know, Shishomaru basically has like a great arc himself, from him hating humans because he's a full demon, and to him eventually adopting a human girl, and then that starts to slowly open up his heart. And it's just great watching that development go from him completely hating humans and would kill them with ease and have no hesitation to eventually getting to a point where this is where you knew his character development got there. Because it's one episode where Ren, who is the human girl, basically runs into some monks and some soldiers, and they think Shishomaru, who's a demon, is there to kill her. In reality, you know, he's just there to get her and protect her and bring her back because she got lost or whatever. So they're protecting her, and he knows that. Shishomaru in the past would have slaughtered all of them and just grabbed her and said, all right, we're leaving. He does not kill a single one of them. he disarms them and then leaves with her, but he does not kill a single one of them. That's when you knew Sesshomaru was changing, because he knew they was literally just trying to protect her. So they want no real threat. And he knew they couldn't hurt him anyway, but they want no threat. It's just stuff like that, the little things. I just love that kind of stuff. And Inuyasha does that very well.
There you go. All right. Vinyl Dragon says Black Sand is something they adding up with Comics Time to be able to watch that anime. He said he had been binge watching 90210 so much so that even when he hits the can, he continues to watch on the phone.
What's going on here, bro?
I don't think I've ever watched 90210. But that is hilarious. And then I was just going to add, so we got 2 recommendations for Black Santa for anime. And then also a lot of people are like, oh, you know, I want an anime recommendation, but I don't want to have to watch 35 fucking seasons to catch up to where we're at now. So Yu Yu Hakusho that Chris just recommended, I think only, like 2-3 seasons or 2-3 years of...
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is definitely much shorter than a lot of other... Because, like, that's one... Because a lot of people always ask me, is like, yo, should I get into One Piece? And my biggest thing is, like, if you got time. Because One Piece has, like, over 1,000 episodes. Like, legitly over, like, 900 episodes. Like, One Piece is long as hell. So if you got time, sure. But I could never really recommend One Piece. Because One Piece has, like, a specific art style that a lot of people don't like. And then, like, you have to really, like, you have to get used to it. And, like, I did not like One Piece art style. I've gotten used to it, but I still don't really like it. And then you have how long it is. Like, to catch up to One Piece, good luck. And that's the reason why I can't always recommend a super long anime like that.
Right.
So Yu Yu Hakusho is definitely a better anime where it's not as long. And you're able to watch it and just enjoy it. And, like, yeah, I can definitely recommend something like that.
Started, done. It's like 3-4 seasons. Same with Inuyasha that you were just talking about. It started, it's over. It's, you know,
that's stuff that's completely over.
4 years.
Yeah, like it's flat out.
It's 4 years. So it's not like you have to go back to 1995 and watch every single season for the last 25 years to get to where you're at today, but which would probably take you a year to watch all that shit. And then it's like, oh, and now you're caught up to the next year. You know what I mean? So so some of the anime is a little extravagant as far as like episode count for sure, but
it can be.
Or overwhelming, I guess I should say.
And like the only reason why I will always definitely recommend Dragon Ball in general is because, and yes, that is a long one, but like Dragon Ball Z is the king of anime for a reason. Like it makes the most. Anytime Dragon Ball has a movie, they're one of the few animes and the only anime that you can always pop that in the theater and people's gonna go see it. Like no other anime has the popularity or the power that Dragon Ball has, and I don't think any anime ever will get there. Naruto and One Piece in Japan is very popular, but One Piece around the world ain't that popular. And Naruto and One Piece probably were the only two to come close. But I can always recommend Dragon Ball because it's just like even people who don't watch Dragon Ball and never seen it, they know who Goku is and they know what a Kamehameha is. Like they know the shit like that. I can recommend that, but that is a long one. But I can't really recommend super long animes because you have to have the time for it.
Right. Rob says he remembers watching Goku fight Ichi Karachi back in the day. Rob's just out here with jokes tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's move into some Marvel news.
Okay.
Let's kick it off with old Kangalang on your dangalang.
Yeah, man, what's going on with that, James?
Yeah, Jonathan Majors apparently arrested a couple days ago, allegedly for assault. It's still kind of like up in the air as of what happened. It seems like Mr. Majors and his gal pal were in some sort of argument in regards to perhaps Mr. Majors was talking to some other people of the female persuasion.
I mean, he does have a lot of variants, so yeah.
Yeah, look, he's like, it's not even me. It's just a guy who looks like me. Yeah, it's from another dimension, you know. you know what they say, you know, black people looking alike. I don't know. It couldn't have even been me. I don't even know.
Okay.
No, it was like text on the phone or whatever. So anyway, so there's like a fucking dispute, altercation. She claims that he slapped her with an open palm, caused a laceration behind the ear. He's arrested. The rag mags go crazy. You know how it is with TMZ and New York Post and
of course,
et cetera, et cetera. So of course this becomes major news. Major. Yeah. So I don't know what happened. I just know that a lot of the memes were hilarious. That people comparing Jonathan Majors to Ezra Miller real quick. I was like, God damn, that was fast.
Yeah. Hey, he's fast, right? So he's fast.
Yeah, I slipped that in there, Vinyl Dragon, just for you. He said, bro, did he say black people look alike?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it was a joke. It's okay. We're going to be all right.
Of course. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So the lawyer of Jonathan Majors is claiming 100% he's innocent. She had a mental breakdown. That's why she was hospitalized. Like this stuff going on. It's personal, blah, blah. There's no case, basically. And she even seems to be backpedaling on some of her statements. But yeah, could be not great news for Marvel with their big 3-phase villain being arrested for assaulting women. Not great. Not a good look.
Yo, does that mean they're gonna have to reshoot every scene that he actually fights the female? He can't fight Captain Marvel now. It's like, I need a female variant in here. Female variant. Take this fight, please.
I hope he just slaps the shit out of Ms. Marvel.
He just pimp slap her and shit too. Like that's for calling the cops on. Yo,
the Kang variant, Kang pimp variant comes out and just fucking starts backhanding.
He has the pimp music in the background and shit too.
Yeah, Dr. Dre is just playing in the background.
Yeah,
or Ice-T.
Give me something to do. Play the music in the background.
Yo, Hypno Hustler playing some like West Coast music, and then Kang come limping out. He just slaps the shit out of Captain
with some clean purple gators.
Oh my god!
Oh boy.
Purple gators. I'm fucking done. That's hilarious.
But all jokes aside, though.
Rob says, "Does Kang have to slap a bitch?" Apparently, he did.
Apparently, he does, man. I love that Wayne Brady sketch so much. But it's because I heard that he's the one who called the cops. But if you understand, and again, I've taught the police officers when it comes to this kind of shit to understand how this shit works. And don't worry, Black City don't have any shit like that on his end. It was just I was asking questions because I'm like, why come the man always? They literally told me, it was like, if they show up to a domestic dispute and a woman has scars on her or whatever, they're going to arrest the man. They're going to arrest him.
Yeah, that's what the NYPD said. That was like arrest had to be made.
Right. So
because she was cut.
Because he called them, right? Because that's what I heard.
Yes. So
allegedly, so he called them, and
he was the one who called the. He was the one who called the police. Police showed up. She didn't even necessarily want to press charges, but there was a cut of the laceration or whatever, the cut behind the ear. Which, like, if you slapping someone in the face, how does she get cut behind? I don't know. That's why like the whole story is very strange. Yeah. But anyway, so yes, they did arrest him, and he was arraigned, I think, yesterday. Vinyl Dragon says it's rumored that they may CGI Bill Cosby as Kang in future installments.
That's a crazy one right there, yeah.
That's
Bill
stupid.
Cosby's back.
Also, Chris, did you just say that you talked to the police?
Oh, you trying to say Black Santa? Yeah, no. I was asking questions though all side, bro. Don't worry about what Black Santa. Black Santa was speaking to the police, but Chris I
I was wondering why the cable van's been outside. Nobody's called the cable company around this neighborhood. I don't know what's going on. But now I know Black Santa's talking to the police. Now I know what's going on.
Like that. Fuck the police. Not going. It's so funny. Everybody says fuck the police, but when they need help, they call the police.
Yeah, who the first people they call? The police. Not me. I got that. Not me. I got that shotgun above the door, bitch. I ain't calling nobody.
That's right. They'll just call them on you.
I got cameras inside and outside the house, so I'll record myself shooting you too, because I'm that cold-blooded. Shit.
Yo, Dakota's listening to this, and he's just like, "It's gonna be my next one there."
Yeah, I told Dakota I was gonna be out in Wilmington, and he just like shot me a thumbs up emoji or something. Like, no other response. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I was like, bro, I'll be there like Friday, Saturday if you want to drive down to see me. And he just thumbs up emoji. I was like, all right, fuck you.
I don't even know what that means. Does that mean you show up? Or does that mean like, that's nice, that's cute?
You didn't have 30 seconds to send me a text message? Like I don't even need it back right away. It can be over a next couple of days. You know what I mean? I don't respond to everybody right away. But you know what I mean?
Because Dakota could have been dealing with some, some shit, some actual police shit. Yeah. You never know. But you're right. You can still text me back later. Like, come on,
could have been in the middle of beating somebody up in the street. You don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he's getting into these days.
Oh, he could have been.
He said most of his calls out there are domestic disputes, which is funny that we're talking about that. And then also like just crazy people, just mentally like unstable. That, So he ain't that busy, bro. Come on. It ain't like a high crime area out there on the eastern coast of North Carolina. Come on.
No lies.
This ain't New York City that we're talking about or anything like that.
Right. No lies. But
oh my goodness.
But no, it's a really crazy situation though.
It is a crazy situation. It is going to be interesting to see what Marvel does in response. But first, we have to know if any of this is true or not.
Yeah, because I heard he already lost some endorsements. I don't think it was too serious, but at least from I can't remember the which one it was, but I know they sent a record out saying
the Army.
Which one?
The Army.
Was it them? Because I know somebody was like, we basically tucked down the ads because he got Army. He got in trouble, and we always do that if anybody gets arrested for something like that.
It was he had an ad for the like Go Army or whatever, those ads that they do. So yeah, I mean I've seen the ad. Obviously like it stuck with me. I was like, oh, that's Jonathan Majors. So I was like, all right, who's associated with the military. But he's doing the advertising, and they announced that they were pausing the advertisement until further notice, till they figure out what's going on. So not like that they canceled him or anything like that. It was just like they paused the advertisement campaign for now. But yeah, it'll be interesting, and it'll also be interesting to see. So if it is true, it would be upsetting, and then we're gonna have to see what Marvel does in response. But if it's not true, it's gonna be like, well, okay, so how do we respond to the young lady who did the accusing?
Probably nothing. Like, did anything really happen to the lady who, I'm gonna say it, falsely accused? God, I was about to say Emmitt Smith, but it was not Emmitt Smith. Irvin from the former Dallas Cowboy player, that basically got him kicked out of the Super Bowl. She falsely accused him, saying that he, was doing some shit, and he ended up getting kicked out the Super Bowl. Talk that he was going to be on First Take and all this other stuff, and he got kicked out, and they basically was canceling him. And then all the witnesses was like, "Yo, that didn't happen." And then there's some camera angles that's been showing that the way she described it is not what went down. So, and everybody basically he's suing a bunch of people, and that's great. He needs to do something, but nothing really happened to her. Maybe she'll have to pay him, but I don't like most of the time. I hate to say it, but honest to God, most of the time, if that goes down, how many stories do you hear the girl actually gets in trouble for it?
Right. That's true.
Usually doesn't happen.
Final Dragon says Jesse Smollett comes along. That's a little bit different. It's a little bit of a different story.
I wonder my man who got himself who claimed he got jumped.
Yes.
Okay, that is him. Yeah, that's a whole lot of different. And
Yeah.
that dude was a stupid punk. Like he wasn't just a punk. He was stupid.
Yes.
Bro, come on.
So yeah, I mean, obviously that was just ridiculous. But and he never really he didn't blame a famous person for anything. He just said some people, what do we say? Like some white dudes beat him up.
And he paid them too. Yeah, he was like some white dudes. He paid those dudes, and he was like, pretend that y'all beat me up, some shit like that. He basically was like, oh, they jumped him and beat him up and everything. And then I think it was because he was famous. And is he gay?
Because he was gay. They said because he was gay and because he was black, and they jumped him, beat him up, or whatever in Chicago.
Right.
And but no one famous. Like this is not defamation of character. This is not libel. This is not slander. This is just these white dudes beat me up. So it's still a different situation. If I was,
it would be more compared to what happened to Ezekiel Elliott, who former Dallas Cowboy player. Man, when he first got into the league, he got accused of it was either rape or beating on a girl. I can't remember which one it was. And come to find out, it was 100% false. Her friend even showed the text messages and all that other stuff, and was like, "Yeah, she lied on him. It was a lie. She got on the stand and was like, no, she told me she was trying to get money from him." And I don't think anything happened to the girl. I don't think anything whatsoever happened to her. Zeke still got suspended from the league for a couple of games, even though he didn't do anything. That was still messed up. The league did it because their thing was like, well, you got in trouble. Even though he didn't do anything, the league still will suspend you if you make them look bad. Even though, again, he didn't do anything. But still, I don't think, I could be wrong. Please, if something happens to her, please correct me. But I don't think anything happened to her, which is just like, what the fuck? There ain't nothing.
It is kind of crazy. Yeah. And again, we don't know. We don't know either way.
We don't know. We're definitely not saying she's lying. We're not saying she's telling the truth. We have no idea who's saying what. Right now, it's the definition of he say, she say. She said. We have no idea what happened. We are not picking sides. We're just saying if it is wrong, it sucks. But Marvel gonna have. They might, and if it's gonna be worse if it's true, because then Marvel has a big problem. He's the face of the villain. Like he's the top villain right now.
He is the top villain.
Yeah, bro.
That Marvel right now, Kevin Feige's looking for people who look like Jonathan Majors.
All right, so what y'all say, James? Go out there, see red flag.
I was gonna say, so Kevin Feige's got like all these people. He's like, they all look like Jonathan Majors.
The guy right next to her was like, "Sir, that's extremely racist."
It's terrible jokes, but you got to make some jokes in this situation because it's just I don't know, man. I really hope it's not true. I'm really hoping that it's not. And there's been nothing else because everyone was like so quick to compare him and Ezra Miller, but it was like Ezra Miller had a laundry list of shit going downhill before the assault of women happened. And Jonathan Majors, this shit just came out of nowhere.
Right. I mean, this dude was doing nothing but good things, from the Loki stuff to the Creed movies, to the Ant-Man, even though that movie's garbage and bombed and trash, blah, blah, blah. Either way, he was doing good things. And then he had another
movie too, I think. Yeah, he had another movie that did pretty well. I can't remember. I think it was a war movie, but he had that movie that came out not too long ago.
So many good things.
So yeah, he's been doing some good stuff. But yeah, this is a little bit of a slap to the face, if you don't mind.
You waiting to use that one? Damn.
Man, I went to the zoo today with Alexis, and I was making some of the most genius puns about like the animals and all this other stuff, and she was appreciating none of it. So,
Alexis was no selling it.
She was not having it, bro. She was not having it. So I have to slip in some dad jokes here and there because it's just in me.
I love it.
Shoot. All right. So besides Jonathan Majors, we do have
Yeah.
some positive news for the
Okay.
Marvel universe. One of which is the Secret Invasion show has been solidified to be coming out June 21st. So we have a release date for Secret Invasion on Disney Plus. June 21st apparently is the start. So we have that to look forward to. We have seen the trailer for that. So we did that here on this channel. It looks okay. It looks like hopefully, I haven't heard shit about it since that trailer though.
I haven't either.
Yeah, maybe that's a good thing though. Maybe they're keeping shit under lock. I don't know.
Maybe, or maybe it's a bad thing that people don't care enough to try to spoil it like they would anything else. I don't know yet.
They're just like, who are these characters?
Right now.
Yeah, nobody knows who the fuck these guys are, and they're just like, fuck it. If we leaked it, they'd all be like, you're speaking Spanish anyway.
Right.
Then we have Captain America 4 news.
Okay, what's up with that?
The actress who played Betty Ross in the Incredible Hulk movies has confirmed that she is returning.
Okay,
and so that's pretty exciting. So we have her returning. We have Thunderbolt Ross being replaced by Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford. I couldn't remember old man's name there for a second. Yeah. He probably can't even remember his name because he's so fucking old.
My God.
Yo,
hey, man.
Speaking of Indiana Jones.
That'd be so funny. That would be the funniest thing ever if he actually watched our podcast and was like, I ain't never watched this shit ever again. Those bastards.
Bro, he don't give a shit about. He don't even give a shit about the movies he's in. He ain't even watching that shit. Harrison Ford is like the most I don't give a fuck guy in the world. I remember him being on Conan and I guess Conan had this dude who works for him. I can't remember his name, but like it became kind of a joke of how much of a Star Wars and like just overall nerdy geek that this guy was. But he was super into Star Wars. Like Star Wars was his thing. And so he asked Harrison Ford like certain questions because he was so excited that Harrison Ford was coming. And Harrison Ford was straight up just like, I don't give a fuck about it. He's just like any of the questions that this man asked him, he's like, you're such a fucking nerd.
I'll be like, damn, bro. I'll be like, so this is what it's like when they say meeting your heroes, huh? Yeah.
And I know it was more than likely a little bit of like a sketch because it's for Conan or whatever.
Of course,
so I get that part of it was probably scripted, but part of it seems like Harrison Ford really is like that. Like he would just be like, I don't like you're a fucking nerd. I don't care. Like I show up, I say the words, I leave and go home, like that kind of a thing. Right. But yeah, Betty Ross returning. We got Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross. Do we get glimpses of Red Hulk in the future? Who knows? I don't know. But it's, with more of the Ross family coming through, I know they have announced Thunderbolts and everything like that. So maybe we really are leaning towards the Red Hulk and Thunderbolts. I don't know.
We might be. It's going to definitely be interesting to see what this movie's really about,
For sure. Let's see. More and one more thing with that, they said that there was like a teaser that could have been out, but it's fake. So I'm not falling for it this time.
Yeah, okay, good.
I almost did. I brought it up and I was like looking at it, I read the description, and it was like, no, it's fake. I went to the comment section.
Good man,
like,
good man.
No, fuck this. Let's see. We had a photo from the set of Daredevil Born Again with Wilson Fisk.
Right.
Vincent D'Onofrio, and it looks like he is in fact or it looked like he was in like a mayor setting, so like he's the mayor type of thing.
Okay, so he wasn't getting his ass kicked by a girl, a child. Yeah, that's cool.
Man, I have high hopes for this Born Again series with Punisher returning, with them saying that it's going to be like an R-rated, back to the gritty Daredevil, now Fisk returning, all that kind of stuff. Right. It's gonna be. I'm hoping it's gonna be good.
I hope so too.
I'm hoping it's gonna be good. And I have been reading through Born Again. We will talk about that on this podcast. I have been reading through it just slowly but surely when I've had time to get back and return to that storyline.
Okay.
What we got here? Vinyl Dragon says the funniest thing I ever saw Harrison did. He came out accepting an award once, and as he stepped out on the stage, they handed him a Medusa wig with the snakes, and he reluctantly put it on. What? I don't even remember this at all.
Damn.
He put on a Medusa wig?
Why?
Exactly.
Why would they hand him a Medusa wig?
I don't know. What was he
I would
playing?
reluctantly put it on. Why are y'all handing me this? I don't know. Maybe it's in the. I don't know. I don't know the reference. I don't know the reference.
Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know what's going on there. And yeah, I think that's it for Marvel. Let's see. We do have some DC stuff. We have there were some photos from the set of Joker 2 that were released that showed Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Yeah. She looks all right.
Yeah, she looked. I did see that one. I didn't. I don't know. It was just like, And Dwayne.
I mean, it looked like. Remember when we got the photo pictures or the set pictures of old boy as Joker, and we were all just like, "This is gonna suck."
Yeah.
And Joker came out, and we were like, "Actually, that wasn't that bad."
Yeah. I'm
feeling like it's like I hate to bring judgment to the pictures because it's just like it looks like the same shit. It's pretty. It's like we're reliving the same thing. So it's like if her thing, like her manic state is singing, just like his manic state was dancing, like that's just whatever. It could still be good. I don't know. It could be terrible.
It's just I don't like musicals too much, so I'm just like, but we'll see.
I wonder if it's like they say it's musical, but it's just going to be like a couple of whatever, like exactly like I know we've talked about this before, but exactly like how Arthur would dance or whatever.
Right.
It's like it wasn't a ballet, but if somehow that got out and they were like the Joker is going to be a ballet, and everyone was just like, oh, this is terrible, and so every time he danced, they were like, oh, fuck this because it's a ballet. But
if they would have did that, they would have flat out said some shit like that. They would have cost themselves a lot of money.
Right. So what if they're just saying it's a musical, but it was like it's not a musical. There's just here and there she like sings or whatever. I mean, it's Lady Gaga. She's gonna sing. So or like whatever. That's her manic state. That's how like she's paranoid, delusional, whatever, everything like that. And I don't know. I still have some hopes for it. We'll see what will happen.
We shall definitely see.
What is this? Vinyl Dragon says they are breaking that show down into 3 slots of 6 episodes, sort of like Walking Dead with breaks between each. Okay, I did not know that. So he's talking about Born Again, season 1, because I think they've already even talking about season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. So, or I don't know if they'll call it Born Again, but a second season of Daredevil. So. That kind of I hate waiting for shit. I wish they would just drop it all at once.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah. Yeah.
Vinyl Dragon also says, when are they bringing out a Blue Beetle trailer?
That's a good question, actually, because ain't that movie supposed to come out this year?
This year.
When does that movie come out? Isn't it this year or next year?
Blue Beetle release date August 18th. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's this year. Yeah. So have they done a trailer for that movie?
No, because we would have put it on this trailer. I mean, on this channel.
Right. That's extremely concerning. Yeah, that shit got to get pushed back, yo. You gotta push that shit back.
Yeah, James Gunn is not concerned with Blue Beetle, apparently.
Oh God!
No, he's concerned with getting through Flash first. Wait, when is Flash supposed to come out? Because I'm already seeing like some like revealing trailers.
Because Flash would come out first, right?
I would hope so.
No, I think so.
The new Flash movie is supposed to come out in July, I think.
Okay.
June
Okay,
16th.
that's still gonna come out first. Okay.
So that will come out first. Because I'm seeing full trailers already. and we're I guess 2.5 months away.
Right.
But like I feel like each trailer is more revealing. I'm like, God damn, we're gonna watch the whole fucking movie before we
At
even
this
get
point,
to the.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on, bro, leave a little mystery. Maybe that's what we're doing with Blue Beetle. I like a little mystery. I don't want to see the whole movie before I go see the movie.
I kind of feel like in this case, they probably felt like, and again, I'm hoping this is the reason why he did it, but I think they probably felt like, we need to show something, because I think a lot of people, definitely because of the antics this dude did, probably turned a lot of people off of the movie. So they're like, yo, let's try to show as much cool stuff as possible to get them to be like, all right, this movie is worth seeing. Because we probably don't have like
that's true.
People here right now.
That is true, because they do
our last movies hasn't been very well received. So they're like, let's try to fucking show as much as possible to get people hyped up. And to also get people like me and you to understand why this movie is even still coming out is because they spend so much damn money on it. They're like, we gotta release this shit.
Yeah. For real. Vinyl Dragon says, in regards to the Joker 2 that we were talking about, he says it's supposed to be like that 90s cops TV show where they sing and dance each episode. What? What 90s cops TV show?
That sounds terrible.
I wasn't watching.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I didn't watch no 90s cops TV show. You want to know why? Because I was a kid. I don't know how old you were in the 90s, like 45 already.
Do it. Here we go. It's like a running gag on this fucking podcast. Y'all got to go back and forth about each other's age. One called the other one old.
Me and Vinyl Dragon just call each other old all day long. Yeah, so I really don't know, but I honestly think it's just going to be her delusion. Rob says cop rock. Again, this mofo. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Joker 2. I'm really not.
It's kind of sad. That's where we're at with a lot of these movies. It's like, we'll see.
Yeah, that's the least of my concerns with.
Remember how we used to be so hyped up for these movies coming out? Now it's just like, well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't even know which one I am hyped up for. I even see John Wick 4. Someone asked me at the gym yesterday. They're like, "You go see John Wick 4?" I was like, "No." You're like, "Do you go see Creed 3?" I was like, "No." Then they listed, then like, "You see Quantumania?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Bro, I don't go to the movies unless there's something really getting my ass in that seat." And there hasn't been something getting my ass in that seat for a minute. Not saying that, John Wick 4 isn't a good movie, or any of those aren't.
Apparently, it looked like it's doing, like, a lot of people love this movie. Again, like John Wick movies, people seem to love it.
Yeah, it's because it's the same thing that they see the first 3 times.
Right now?
I'm sure it does.
I think it has like a super high review.
Old Rotten Tomatoes, which, take it as you will.
Yeah.
Critics rate John Wick 4 to 94%. Audience also rates the movie at a 94%. So it seems pretty consistently.
That's actually rare that you see that.
Yeah.
Again, but I've been hearing a lot of people love this movie. So I've been hearing like people like, oh, this movie's fucking awesome. So I'm like, oh, okay.
I will see it when it's released digitally.
Yeah, I'm at that point too. Because Keanu's my boy. But I don't feel like going to the movies. Like the movie experience really sucks at this point now when you're able to have the home experience. Like, I hate to say it. The only reason why I would go for the movie experience if I'm going there with a girl and I want other things to happen with said girl. So outside of that, but you could also do those things at home and do it more. So I don't know. The movie experience at this point now kind of sucks.
Yeah. Look, when I'm at home, I'll cut a hole in the bottom of my popcorn, even if I'm watching a movie alone.
What?
Well, I got full experience, baby.
Full experience. But you know what? I'm not even gonna, you know what? Yeah.
Extra butter, baby. All right, Vinyl Dragon says, Santa, I am totally positive that comic has the entire run of Barney on VHS in his closet, covered up in plastic wrap to look like wallpaper so no one will notice. You know what's funny about that? Is that I was totally into Barney when I was little. According to my parents, I don't particularly remember a lot of Barney in my childhood, but my mom swears up and down that Barney was my go-to. So, Vinyl Dragon called it out for me.
He called it out, bro.
Yeah, he called me out.
He gonna bring back memories that you put away. I'm like, Barney. It's gonna be a memory where somehow you met Barney and that did not go well.
You know what's funny about that is that like there was never really anything. Like Barney was just all positivity, like always. And yet somehow every kid always said Barney was like out here molesting people.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
That's one of them rumors that like it's like
Barney, you met Barney, kick you in the dick. But oh my god, y'all didn't even think about that. You're right.
That's one of them rumors that's like pre-internet rumors where it's like, how did it start, first of all, and how did it spread? That's like Marilyn Manson took out his bottom ribs to suck his own dick. Like every kid would say that.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's like it's pre-internet. So how did that shit go around? I don't know. But Barney being a molester, that was up there. I feel like there's some other ones too, but it's just like it's just that phenomenon that you're like, it's like, how did that go around? I'm not sure.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
so weird. Well, I didn't think we have a Barney moment talked about on the podcast. Well, that happens. All right.
That's right. But yeah, so John Wick, so the guy's asking me all these, he's like, have you seen this? Have you seen this? I'm like, no. The answer is no. I don't have time to watch. You stupid. No, I'm just kidding. I was like, I just don't have time to go to the theater. I'll watch it when it comes out digitally. But John Wick, I'll have to catch back up because I need to remember the same movie 3 times in a row because I get them mixed up. Because it's the same shit.
The thing. I've seen the first 2. I still need to see like 3 and then 4.
Yeah. We need to have a John Wick marathon apparently.
Bro, real talk, we really do need to figure out how we can watch that Winnie the Pooh thing because that shit is hilarious. I want to see that movie.
Oh yeah, it's out too, right? Like it's been released?
It came out.
Yeah, we do need to figure that out.
I want to watch that shit because I know it's gonna crack me the fuck up.
Oh hell yeah!
Or it can scar both of us, and we get a fear of Winnie the Pooh. Either way, I see this as a win-win.
Vinyl Dragon says it came from a rumor that Michael Jackson would come out in a Barney suit at times.
What?
I ain't ever heard that shit ever.
What shit is that?
Yeah, Vinyl Dragon out here making shit up, bro.
Yo, what if that shit's real? Oh my, I ain't never heard that shit, Michael Jackson. Yo, what?
Nah, I don't believe it.
Oh,
yeah, that's all I'm thinking. Like Barney starts moonwalking off the set. Like, wait a minute, hold on a second.
Just punching his crotch over and over and over again. Yo, bro, seriously, nobody did more damage to his nuts than Mike. That dude would be punching the shit out of that boy. He'd be killing that shit, boy. The dance. Oh man,
you just woke up. It's all good.
Mike was crazy, man.
Oh shit! All right, I don't even know where we're at here. Okay, I think we have a few things here to go over. So we have apparently there's going to be a Last Ronin video game.
Yeah.
That's being released, modeled after God of War.
Yes, they have been talking about that. That is a rumor. I don't know.
That's been announced now. No, it ain't no rumor now. It's been announced.
Well, yeah, okay, that's fair. It has been announced, but I don't know how I feel about that. Part of me is like, that's kind of cool, but the other part of me is like, there's been so many games modeled after God of War, and they have sucked.
Right.
And this right here, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, in the grand scheme of things, is more modeled for kids. Mm-hmm. This story obviously is not.
No.
I don't know how well it's going to actually do money-wise. Like financially, I don't know if this game's going to be successful.
But the Last Ronin was pretty successful. Like everyone was talking about it. Like there were so many variants. People were talking about it. People like the story. Basically,
but that doesn't always translate very well to video games.
True. But at least it's one turtle, so it's not like a team thing. So it's one turtle in the future dealing with some shit. Who it is, I think is a spoiler technically, but the book has been out for a while, so I don't know. It's Mikey.
Oh wait, do
So
you say who it is or not say who it is? I mean, it has been off for a while.
it's Mikey, right? It's Mikey.
It is Michelangelo, yes.
Yeah, so it's Mikey's. He's been hard. He ain't the jokester that you remember from the '90s no more. This motherfucker's seen some shit.
Yeah,
Been through
he's
some
literally
shit.
a psychopath. Like he's
He's
literally mentally broken and mentally
Yeah.
fucked up because he's
Yeah.
still seeing his brothers talking to him and shit.
Yeah, he's been dragged through the sewer, if you will, and so now
he
he's
actually literally gets that at one point. Anyway, go on.
So yeah, basically it's a story of that. So I think it would be really cool, dark, gritty, Mikey, in the future game
No,
where he's just. I think it'd be cool. I think it could be cool. We'll have to see what happens, but it's definitely potential, and they're riding off the success of, I'd say, the first Turtles thing that made waves in a while.
Yeah, and again, I'm with you on that, and that's the part that's like it can be cool. And as a gamer, a life gamer, I understand what they're probably gonna do. This ain't really spoilers. It's just it's if you're a gamer, you understand. They're gonna make it where he's able to switch between each of his brother's abilities because of the fact that the biggest thing is gonna be, man, I don't want to play as Michelangelo. I might like a lot of people are gonna say I like Leonardo more, so I want to play as him. I want to play as Ralph. So what they're gonna do is have you able to switch between their a bit like each brother's style probably. So he's going to use each of their weapons at some point and he's going to switch up. I get that. And you're probably going to get like a bunch of costumes that you can switch to. Again, so that's some of the stuff that's probably going to be kind of cool. But the other part of me is like, I don't know how well that's also going to translate for a God of War gameplay type. Which God of War are we using? Are we using some of the more recent ones? Are we using some of the more old school ones? Which style are we using? Who's making this game?
Who is making this game? I think that was announced too. Let me see. Go ahead, keep going. I'll look it up.
So I have I just have a lot of concerns right now on that, and I still do look at it as every game and stuff like that you put out has been not as serious for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So when you put out this serious game, I just don't know how that's going to work. And then it's going to depend on what the rating of the game is too.
Oh, I think for sure it's going to be a mature rating.
It should be if you want this to really be good. But then again, if you do that, you're also now hurting more of your financials too if this game doesn't do well. Because that's why a lot of people try to stay away from that M rating. Because, they're like, I want to at least be teen. So
the most successful games have M ratings. What are you talking? Well, like how is that even?
Well, some of them has been successful, but when you're a game developer, when you have an M rating, it's just like it's a lot of stuff. Like for Mortal Kombat, again, like they had to stay away from that like A rating apparently. So they was like, please don't let that fucking happen. But it's just a lot of developers don't really want to have an M rating. They want it to at least be teen because it can actually affect your money in a way. So they don't want it to be an M rating unless it has to be an M rating or unless it's a situation where like this game is built to be an M rating. A lot of successful games are not necessarily always M rating. It's just there has been some that's been M rating, but there's probably way more successful game that's T rating than M. It's just the ones that did pop off did very well.
So the developer of the last Ronin is going to be Paramount Global. I don't know if that does anything for you. I don't know. And basically it just says Paramount Global is developing the video game adaptation of The Last Ronin with a similar feel of the God of War franchise is how they stated it. So not necessarily which God of War or anything. It's just similar feel as the God of War franchise. So I don't know. Has Paramount Global done? I'm trying to think of any games in particular.
Look up their biggest games. Then, I mean,
I don't know. I've not even seen like a list here. Paramount.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. That does nothing for me. Like I don't.
Coming out with Paramount Pictures. Paramount Pictures. Yeah, I really don't know.
That's another concerning aspect right there. I'm like for a game like that, I wouldn't want a newer or not as established developer doing that kind of game. I would want like a Team Ninja. I would love for something like them. If they was doing that, I'd be like, all right, okay, I can believe in them. Even though it wouldn't be more God of War, it would probably be more of like the Souls type thing, which honestly probably be kind of badass actually. But I don't know.
Final Dragon says Paramount Global has come out with Angry Birds. So that's pretty, you know what? Say what you will, but Angry Birds is a pretty successful game.
That is not who I want doing my fucking, oh my God.
He said it's like EA Paper Play, the DLC. And that whole company. So that makes me a little less happy, but I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm not gonna give any like I said. It's a part of me that's happy and a part of me that's not. The financial part of me and things is like I don't know how well this game gonna do. The concept of it, me is like this is gonna be pretty fucking cool, but I just don't know. But we're gonna definitely because we still got other stuff to talk about. But we're definitely gonna have an episode where we talk more about why you probably don't want your game to be an M rating unless you. We'll do that on another one because it is a lot to talk about on that, and that is interesting stuff. But yeah, just to cut it short, a lot of developers they try to stay away from the M rating unless it has to be that. But this is one of those games that I feel has to be that.
Okay.
But at the same time, it can hurt them a lot. It's weird. It's weird. It's a lot of things that go in this game. Either way,
see it being a T rating.
Overall, I'm happy that it's getting its respect and its due. I'm gonna be. It's gonna be time to see some game when because they're probably just starting things and probably in pre-production, post-production more than likely. So pre-production.
Yeah,
so when we actually get to some gameplay trailers and stuff and some gameplay shit, that's when things are gonna get where you can kind of see a little more. That's when things are gonna be interesting.
All right. Let's see. We got I think 2 more things that I have for us to talk about. Okay. One of them is very silly, involving Kanye West.
Oh yeah.
Kanye West apparently tweeted that he likes Jews again. This is literally what he tweeted. He's like, I like Jews again. Yeah, he's like because he watched 21 Jump Street with Jonah Hill, and he's like, I swear to God, bro, I'm not making this shit up. He says, and that movie has made him reconsider not judging a whole group of people by a few. Imagine Kanye being the one to say that. And then and that he likes Jewish people again because of Jonah Hill. And my thought is, damn, Jonah Hill, that's a lot of pressure.
That is a whole lot of pressure, man. Now you got all these. Yo, you know what? I don't even want to. Yo, Kanye is the man. You know, there's those times where you sit back and say, maybe the world would be a better place if he won't even here. Like, what type of shit? I like Jews again. So I guess this is 100% confirming that he did not like Jews to begin, like back then. Apparently,
I guess
we 100% now can say he didn't like Jews.
I don't know, man. I just know what he tweeted, and then like 21 Jump Street's been out for a while. This is not a movie that just came. This is like we're talking about at least 10 years ago that movie came out. So it's hilarious. In my opinion, like the whole situation is just I'm cracking up. But so that shit is pretty funny.
I'm very sure Kanye has a publicist and like people who are there to like look over the stuff that he says, and you just can't stop him. He's gonna say something stupid. I just know they just sit there like, God, man, what the fuck?
God damn it!
He did it again. Like seriously, like I just this guy. I don't know what to say about him anymore at this point because it's just like he is like he keeps himself. He knows how to keep himself in a way relevant, but it's obviously not for anything positive. It's all negative, but he keeps people talking about him. But it's just like he is so stupid. Like even if this is some big brain moment where he's just like, I'm doing this shit just to keep my name out there. It's just like, dude, I don't even know if he's really that smart. Like he just comes across as just one of the biggest idiots around. Like
let's see. Vinyl Dragon says they were talking about doing an at-home coin op with the game. When you die, you have a certain amount of time with a countdown of 10 seconds to put in more tokens to play again.
That's the ultimate Dark Souls experience, then, bro. Because in Dark Souls, when you die, in the Souls genre, when you die, you have to go back and get your shit, like your experience and everything. And if you die again, you basically lose all that unless you leveled up and use it for that. So this is the ultimate level. It's like, no. Not only did you lose all that shit, now you put your quarters back in to play the game. You only got a certain amount of time to do it. So hurry up, motherfucker.
That's funny. He said that he saw the scene of It's Jonah Hill and the octopus attaching himself to his face while he cried, "It's inking in my mouth." I don't even remember that scene. I really don't remember the movie too well. I remember it was like them chasing drugs in a high school, pretending to be high schoolers again.
Yeah.
I remember it being. I remember Ice Cube being really fucking funny in that movie.
Yeah, because I remember, like, now you're bringing back certain memories of it. Because I remember definitely the scene where, like, they're talking about, because he was messing with the, spoiler alert, he was messing with Ice Cube's daughter or whatever.
That's the second one. That's
that's the second one. That's in the second one. Okay. That's in the second one. Okay. And see, that's another thing, Kanye. You got the second one to watch.
Yeah, you think you like Jews now. Wait till you watch the second one. You really don't like it.
I do remember that though, the school stuff. So yeah, it's like,
bro, when he high-fived him about banging his own daughter, dude, that shit had me dead. But in the first one, I think his most memorable line was "Stop messing with Korean Jesus. He's busy."
Oh yeah, okay.
With Korean shit. Yo, that movie was pretty funny. I may have to go back and rewatch that movie at some point. That's
you should watch Cyberpunk before you do that. But yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Rob says Kanye is trying to get the Adidas money back.
I don't think he's gonna be getting that back right now. I don't think those comments right there is gonna make Adidas say, "Yeah, we should definitely give him money again." No, I think those are the comments that make them say, "I'm happy we dropped his ass."
I've reconsidered, and you know what?
Now that he liked the Jews again, that's a great way of putting it. That's
what
we should put on one of our fucking slogans for his shoes. He liked the Jews again.
If anything, Adidas is about to land. Jonah Hill's about to land an Adidas contract. Like, damn, Jonah Hill really is one of the greatest actors.
All he needs is Kyrie to say something now. But like, yeah, I like the Jews again too.
Oh my God, Kyrie. Dude,
I'm not saying Kyrie actually hate the Jews, but Kanye has just confirmed that he did apparently.
Kyrie. Speaking of Kyrie and Luka have been going back and forth of like missing. They just can't get their. Neither of them get their acts together. It seems like
it's just super quick on that. Just super quick.
Yeah.
To explain it is the simplest way to explain it, because when you trade away, when they first made a trade, I fucking said it. I was like, I don't like the trade because you gave away your defense. You gave away your best interior defense in Finney Smith, and you just gave away your defensive players. And now you on a team with your best players. Neither of them play defense whatsoever. Never have. Luka is young enough. Maybe he will in the future, but I don't see him as ever being a good defender. So they will never be a good defender. Like, they have no defense. They were in the playoffs before they made this trade. They are not even in the play-in as of right now after making a trade. Like, and Luka came out recently saying he doesn't even have fun playing basketball anymore right now.
I did see that, yeah.
Like, to me, again, this is just me. He never said this, but that's a shot at Kyrie.
He should. That's. I feel like it's a shot at the refs. I feel like he should stop talking shit to the refs.
Well, but the problem
is fucking talking shit to the refs.
Always mind his entire career. Like Luka, and I love Luka. I love Luka. He is a beast. But anytime you even whisper at this dude, foul, foul, what foul? What are you doing? Like, he'd be complaining, and the other team is just like, oh, while he's bitching on the other side, let's just keep playing. And there'll be times where the team will score, and this dude is still yelling at the ref. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up and go play. Like
Yeah.
every time you get touched, you don't need to bitch and foul. Oh, come on, ref. Like I get so tired of that shit. He's such a great player, but he just bitches all the time.
Yeah. I think that's where he's not having fun no more. I think he just needs to fucking, like you were saying, chill and how old is he? He's only 24. He's got some time. I mean, he's not even
Luka's
his brain.
A beast, and look at what he's already done. Luka's a monster, but
His
here's the biggest thing, though.
His
It's
brain
like,
isn't even finished yet. His
yeah,
brain's not even finished developing yet. He just
I'm
needs
not giving him that
a
excuse.
year or two.
I'm not.
I am.
I'm
because
not.
that's that
I'm
immature.
not.
That's that immature whining at the rest. I see that
There's
shit
a
all
bunch
the
of
time.
other players who were young. LeBron was way younger and never had to work, didn't do shit like that. There's tons of other players who was younger than him. Kobe was not whining like that at that age. No. LeBron was not. Shaq wasn't, and Shaq was getting abused. So no, I'm not giving him that. That right there. And here's another thing: Luka played with grown men before a lot of these other guys did.
Right.
He didn't go to college and play with college players. He played overseas with grown-ass men. So no, Luka does not get that excuse. That is just Luka bitching and whining. Other players did not do that. So I can't give him that. I can't give him that.
All right. We are going to end this with a random trailer.
Okay.
This trailer is for a movie called Black Demon.
Black
Seaman. Really haven't. Yes, it's called Black Seaman. No, it's called Black Demon.
I thought you said season. Then the second time, I thought you said seaman. I'm about to say, bro, what are we watching?
What? Okay, let me try this again. Let's edit that part out. Director, can we get an edit? Thank you. All right. So we're gonna end this podcast with a random trailer. This is from a movie called Black Seaman.
Oh.
Black Demon. All right, Black Demon. And I really have no idea what it's about, but I've heard already some rumblings about it. So we're gonna put the trailer on at literally knowing nothing going into it, and we're gonna see what it's about.
I'm just assuming this is a horror movie from the name of it. So
I think you are correct. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Have you spotted it? All right.
Duh.
What, are you gonna get snippy with us, Cloud?
Oh.
Ya que estamos, ¿por qué no intentamos hablar en español? Quiero nachos.
All right, my computer.
You know, actually, I think there's a good restaurant right up here.
Whoa. A lot has changed since the last time we were here.
My name is Paul Sturgis. I work for Nixon Oil. Supposed to ferry out to the rig from here?
Dad, I think I see it. Is that it?
Yep, that's her. I'm here to do the inspection.
What is it?
Protección. Protection from what?
Mom?
Hello? Anybody? Where the hell is everyone? What's going on here?
What is that?
What's that look?
The Black Demon.
There must be some way off this rig.
Nothing works. I don't think it can take much more punishment. This is not just any shark. It's a curse. Brought on not by nature, but by wrath.
Wrath?
He's gonna keep getting his revenge until the sacrifice has been made. The only way to stop it is to kill it.
I have a plan. You will not take my family away from me.
You're the monster.
Open your eyes, cabrón.
I know a big ass shark when I see one.
Okay.
Bro, he knows a big ass shark when he sees one.
Okay. All right.
All right, so it's Jaws. I really had no idea what it was going to be about.
Yeah, because I was like, all right, so this where the seamen show up? You know, the seamen. No.
The Seamen. Oh my god.
Seamen. Yeah, the seamen. That's what I meant the first time. The seamen. You know?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said earlier. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I guess like you said, I guess it's basically Jaws, right? Like
it looks like it.
Black
Yeah,
Jaws.
looks like. You say Black Jaws?
Because it's Black Demon, so the Jaws down.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's a couple with his 40 and everything. No.
Yeah. Speaking of Black Jaws, Vinyl Dragon says breaking news: Zion Williamson has expressed interest to play Kang.
Wait, to do what?
To play Kang.
Zion, he needs. I mean, you know, he ain't playing basketball right now, so he got something. I got the extra song because he always hurt. So you know, like.
All right. Well, Black Demon looks like it's gonna be pretty much what you expect. It's hard to make a movie based around the shark because it's like just don't go in the water and you'll be okay.
I know that really is the grand scheme of things because then it's like, well, if they can travel on land, then it becomes too hokey, and then it's no longer like a legit shark movie. Now it's just some hokey bullshit.
Now it's Sharknado.
Like, now it's just some shark demon creature shit. And it's like, all right, now it's again in real life that would be terrifying, but in movie aspect, it's like this is just something to laugh at now.
Yeah.
So it's just like literally they put themselves in a situation. Like if they just said fuck this shit or never went on the boat, then guess what? This adventure never happens.
Just call a helicopter to come pick them up. Boom, problem solved. You know what I mean?
It's like again, yeah, it's because that's again, it's like you said, it's hard to get like a legit scary shark movie. And then it's like they're always going to be compared to exactly the first thing you said. It's Jaws. So now it's going to be compared to one of the greatest like shark movies, if not the greatest. So you're going to have it compared to shit like that, and then like you never gonna So I mean, honestly, I have no interest in the movie.
No.
Yeah.
I can't believe that someone tricked me into playing this shit. I don't know. I'm furious.
Because definitely they're talking about sacrifice and shit. I'm thinking like, all right, it's gonna be some actual like demon shit. Like it's gonna get scary.
Well, that's what, right. Because it's called Black Demon.
No, it's a shark. Oh, okay.
It's even called Black Demon, and we're like, it's not a demon. It's just a really big fucking shark.
A big fucking shark. Like,
and you just gotta kill
it. In the grand scheme of things, the shark is attacking y'all. Y'all kind of got on his territory.
Yeah, just strap the bomb to the kid's chest. All right.
Oh my god.
You can make another kid. All right, is all I'm saying.
You see, James, when you say things like that, the sponsors look at that and say,
the sponsors, Manscaped is like, oh yeah, we shouldn't be killing kids out here. Just look. Sometimes you're just like, bro, things had to happen. All right, we're out here on this oil rig. Shit's going down. There's a giant fucking shark. We gotta kill it. We need some bait. How do you catch a regular ass fish? With a worm. All right. How do you catch a giant ass shark? With a child. With a child. Yeah. So you just strap.
That makes it sound even worse. With a child.
Yeah. You strap the dynamite to the child's, body, and you throw the child in the water. Say, "Nice knowing you. See you later." And then as soon as
you tell the kid you finally made daddy proud,
it's out there floundering. You know what I mean? That's good because a flounder is a fish too. So it's out there floundering and splashing, and then the shark comes, bites down on the kid. That's when you push the button and blow the shark to smithereens, and end of movie.
Yeah, that is definitely an end of a movie. I do not see that. I don't see that ending doing financially well whatsoever.
Go home and
have people talking about it for sure.
Either make another kid with your wife, or if she don't want to talk to you no more because you just killed the child, you find another wife.
Yeah. That's going to be an interesting divorce right there. Why are you getting a divorce? He threw my fucking son or daughter in the water to be eaten by a shark and then blew it up.
Look, that's not... I'd be like, bro, there were other circumstances.
The judge would be like, but did that happen, though?
That was not our first option. However,
so
it was
that
the most
did happen?
logical option.
So it did happen.
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right.
Would you be charged with that? I feel like, because like who really killed the kid? The shark.
I mean, if you threw the kid in, if you strapped the bomb on the child, threw the child into the water, and then pressed the button when it blew up with the shark, I'm pretty sure they can charge you with that. I'm pretty sure the child ain't sitting here saying, "Yeah, Daddy, throw me in there. Let's do this." Pretty sure they're gonna say that child had no, like, again. Now let's bring up what you said earlier. His brain or her brain was not developed enough to make a decision like that on their own.
But
you saved the world from a black demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only that, but also, like, what was the other option? You die. Like, or everyone dies, I guess. So the kid's dying regardless. This is how I'm going to say it to the judge. I'm like, look, the kid is dead, whether I strap the dynamite to his body or not. We're all fucking dying. You know what I mean?
That is definitely going to be
in this scenario. However, I made it out alive. So you gonna punish me for that?
I mean, or you could, if you feel it's gonna be that way, just throw her in there too and have the shark eat her first. I mean, at that point, you ain't gonna get caught.
Throw who in there? The wife?
Throw the wife in there. Yeah.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
for
feel
sure.
that wife's gonna have too much issue with it and she's gonna be that problem, you throw her overboard. The shark eats her, and then you do your plan. And at that point, no one's gonna fucking say anything, and they can't even.
That's what I'm saying. You know what, Chris? You are a genius. I might as well tie them both together.
Oh my god! That way, they fully guarantee the shark's death.
Look. I'll tie them both together. If we're lucky, it's her time of the month. That shark's going to be attracted immediately. Okay. So we throw that shark in there. Throw the wife and the kid in there, right? The shark gets, bro. I'm out good and clean, just like you said. I mean, like, look, they suffered a tragic black demon accident.
Yep, by this shark. Yep. And we blew it up, and unfortunately, blah blah blah. Yeah, you'll never get caught for that.
But I saved Mexico, so we're all good.
I saved Mexico.
You're welcome. Call me Jesus.
You're welcome.
I'll see
you're now a legend in Mexico. You can live like a king now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
De nada. Yeah. Call me.
Oh my God.
Call me Jesus. I'll talk to y'all later.
Now the next movie is going to be The Haunting of them fucking haunting. That's where the true horror movie comes in then.
Yeah, oh my God. Black Demon 2, the Quinceañera. God damn it, they're coming back.
We're giving them scripts now.
Bro, I posted that shit about the John Wick versus...
Yes, that's still awesome, bro.
And so many people, actually, you know what's really funny is, like, almost immediately people were putting that into, like, AI generators. And so they were, like, generating scenes of Jason Bourne versus John Wick. And the shit was cracking me up. I was dying.
Great idea.
It was so funny. There was one where they were like, they had to... So they or the AI generated the scene where basically they start out on the same side. They're against whatever, and then I forget what happens, but something splits them apart, and now they're fighting each other. I'm like, bro, this movie is genius.
It is, bro. Just the name on it all sells itself, and then the movie itself is fucking badass, bro. Keanu, Damon, bro, it's fucking badass, bro. That'd be fucking cool.
Oh, shit. All right, so apparently that's where we're going to end again with another genius movie idea. Here we go, that's Black Demon 2, the Quinceañera.
Gosh, goodness.
I don't know what movie executive is watching this podcast, but they need
to. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
We're spitting out gold here, okay?
Exactly, bro.
Shit. All right, we'll end it there. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Catch us next Tuesday. I'll probably be exhausted, but I'll be here. Next Tuesday, 9 p.m. As always, stay villainous and
fuck the Fantastic Four.